Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today is the day of days. It is the Eastern Conference Finals second leg versus Orlando City. First leg, we go down in defeat 1-0 at Orlando City. Late soul-crushing goal, 93rd minute. We lose it. Look at this. Darren Maddox takes advantage of some poor defense in the 94th minute, essentially, and gets the game winner. We had a few goals in this game disallowed due to offside, so we just, it was a bad luck game all the way around. So now we're coming back to Saputo Stadium for the second leg, and we got to win it. We can't mess around. So we're going to get straight to it, or maybe we'll check out the Western Conference Finals real quick. Portland Timber, 2-0. So Portland has advanced. They were the best team in the regular season, and they have proved themselves to be the best team in the playoffs so far, trouncing LAFC. Moving on to the MLS Cup, where they await the winner of today's game. So let's get to it. We're going to go guns blazing. Live by the sword, die by the sword. We're going 4-2-4. Got a lot of nice partnerships going on here. So let's get to it. We're going to hand that over to the assistant coach and get moving towards the second leg. This is the most important game of the season, no question about it. I mean, we have had some important games, right? It's interesting the way this game goes sometimes. Like, the difference between, what is this? Eric Lopez is a transfer target. Get out of here. The difference between being a good manager and a bad manager is very slim. And, this year, it came down to 5 games. It came down to 5 games in the mid-season where the board said we need results. We need 10 points in these 5 games. And if I hadn't got that, I would have been just another sacked manager, just another guy looking for a job. But now here we are in the MLS Cup for this, or the MLS Eastern Conference Finals at least, for the second season in a row. And you got to think, we're one of the better coaches in the league. Anyway, let's get to our team. Or should we look back at that? Let's see. We are evens today. 11-5, 11-5. Maradona finally got a win versus us. 6 draws, 1 win for Orlando in the last 9 games. So it's been a pretty even competition between Orlando and Montreal. So we're going to have to reassert our dominance. Let's go. Yeah, that's fine. We'll submit our team. No need to look at it now. We can look at it on the next screen. Here we go. So, let's see. They got Sequeira in defense. Sonis, Rosell, Kleshton, Fredez, Legit, Gat, De Silva. So, mostly the same. I think Sequeira is new. Meanwhile, we are going with the formation number 2. Thiago in goal, Taylor, Duverne, Bruno, and Giguere. We brought Giguere back in central defense to try and clean up, any mistakes we make on the back line. Junior Ramos at the Segundo Volante role, Lopez in box-to-box, Raheem Edwards, D'Alessandro, Jackson Amell, Kyle Larin back in. He's going to risk further injury. He's going to come in there and play. On the bench, we got Lutweiler, Boxall, Pantami, Piet, Mendez, Petrasso, and Vasquez. Let's get to the dressing room. Pep talk. Let's give the fans a performance. All right, so Larin and Jackson Amell. They've got thumbs up for the fans. That's good. Set our opposition instructions. Okay. Close down on De Silva. I mean, we shut them down for 94 minutes. We just sort of let one guy sneak in behind us. It looks like Sequeira is coming forward here. This is number 6. So we'll close down on him, and then we'll wait and see with everybody else. Let's go. All right, boys. This is it. Game of the century. How much is a boost? Oh, so Fisher, I guess, is injured. That's why Sequoia is in, or whatever his name is. Anyway, here's the preseason handshake. We got our blue shoes on. Let's go. Saputo Stadium. Better be full. This better be a sellout. I mean, I know it's rainy, but come on, boys. Eastern Conference Finals. Sebastian legit trying to get down the sideline. Good steal by Lopez. Gets it to Raheem Edwards. To Jackson Amell. Can he bang it forward for Kyle Aaron? No. He's going to hold it up. Drop it back for Taylor. Junior. Bruno's going to bang it for. You know he is. Jackson Amell behind the defense. Good touch. Gets it out wide to Raheem Edwards. Can we get a first touch goal? Kyle Aaron. Not a great header. But 33 seconds in to get a shot attempt. That's pretty good. That would have been great to get a goal there, but we can get one here. 2 minutes in. Jackson has it. Looking around. All right, boys. He's just going to bang it forward. Raheem Edwards going for it. Nope. Purolito saves it, but Duverne, that man who's all over the place again. D'Alessandro. Kyle Aaron gets it forward. Jackson Amell. Raheem Edwards, interesting pass. Why didn't Jackson Amell shoot that? I mean, it's not like Raheem Edwards was in much better position or is a much better threat to score. Turnover for Orlando. They can't handle our pressure at the moment. D'Alessandro gets it forward. Kyle Aaron. Shot on goal. Forces. What? They're giving that to them? He slide tackled out of bounds. Anyway. We are putting on the pressure in the 4-2-4. Legit tries to break it, but Duverne is there. Lopez, D'Alessandro bangs it forward. Kyle Aaron shoulders the ball to himself, centers it. No, Bendick is there. Jackson Amell didn't quite go after that very aggressively. Bendick looking around. He's got nowhere to drop it off to. And so he just bangs it downfield. Bruno wins it. Jackson is there. Gets it to Kyle Aaron. He's looking around for support. Terrible pass, but Ramos is there. Lopez. Let's go. Kyle Aaron. Jackson Amell. I want him to shoot, but I would prefer, a little bit better of a shot than that. But we're getting all the pressure right now. 6 minutes in, and we've gotten 4 or 5 highlights. Lopez now. Tries to get it to Jackson Amell. Can't win the header. Ramos. Kyle Aaron. Jackson, shot goes wide, but D'Alessandro to Kyle Aaron, just wide. So much pressure on these boys right now. We are going forward. We need to be rewarded. Here's Duverne, throw in near side. D'Alessandro sends it back post. Raheem Edwards can't get a header on it, but Ramos tracks it down. Ramos going out wide. His Mazzala roll. Right? No. Segundo. He's thinking about the other formation. Junior's looking a little frustrated. So is Kyle Aaron. She'll give them an encouraging word. Let's keep going, boys. All right, so things have settled down a little bit. Bruno wins the ball nicely, gets it forward. Jackson Amell, great header onto Kyle Aaron. Looking around for some support, drops it all the way back to Jaguar. Good play out to D'Alessandro. Go wide, my man, go wide. Oh, Ramos to Jackson to Kyle Aaron. Lopez, can he make a great play? He does to D'Alessandro. That's a trip. That's a penalty. Yeah. All right, Kyle Aaron. Let's go. Let's go, brother. We need this one. Even up the series with this goal right here. There it is. That was a sneaky one. Bendick went high. Aaron went low. 18th goal of the season for Kyle Aaron. So he has, the end of the season, he's come on. You can say he should have more goals than this. But in the last, he got 4 goals in the last week of the season. Got 4 more in the playoffs. So you can't really say he's got lack of production. It's just we expect so much out of Kyle Aaron. Okay, here's Montreal now. Or no, here's Montreal. Orlando. Trying to get some pressure forward. De Silva out wide. Slide tackled to death by Taylor, and Taylor bangs it forward. Jackson Amell has it. We're on the counterattack. He lays it ahead for Kyle Aaron. Kyle Aaron can't beat Burns, but Burns has a missed touch. Goal. Yes. 2 goals. 2-1. They can't handle the press. Taylor with an aggressive move. Jackson Amell just bangs it forward. Kyle Aaron just proving he's better than Burns. And then Bendick all by his lonesome. I mean, a real goalkeeper, I think, would have come out and dove on that ball. But, you know, FM goalkeeping is what it is. 8.4 and 2 goals for Kyle Aaron. Making up for a little bit. Well, he was injured last game, so not much he could do about things. He's still a little gimpy today. I mean, he's down to 78%. But, you know, when it comes when it comes to crunch time, what? When it comes to crunch time, you gotta put it all forward. There's a foul, but no call. Kyle Aaron gets it forward. Lopez has it. Lopez tries to get it back to Kyle Aaron. Can't do it. Ramos has to settle it down. D'Alessandro out wide. Past his man. Centers it. Can't get it to Kyle Aaron. Duvern. Guy is ranging forward. Lopez. Nice back pass to Ramos. He's going to shoot that. Yeah. Not really his forte. And that was sort of a poor left-footed effort. I don't think he's right-footed. Long shots of 8. He's getting better, but... Oh, that was Lopez I was looking at. Jackson to Ramos. Ramos takes a shot. Ramos probably has like 12. Oh, we can't look. There's too many highlights. We can't see. 40 minutes down. Bendick plays it short to Pirulito. The pressure is on. He's going to drop it back to Bendick. He just has to bang it forward. Taylor is waiting there. Gets it to Junior. Bad pass to Lopez. Lopez was going the other direction. Yuri with the yellow card. Fredes wide open. All kinds of space. Finally gets closed down by Ramos. Good play by Bruno. Duvern. D'Alessandro. Let's go. Counterattack. Kyle Aaron. What kind of pass was that? Ramos with some good defense. Gat. They're coming forward. I think I want to do more direct passing. Fredes. Boy, look at they got Sonis down the sideline. Centers to De Silva. Thiago with a nice save. So their fullbacks are now coming forward. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Sonis. What does he look like? I mean, 19-year-old, 5 to 8 crossing, 7 dribbling. So he's not really much of a threat out there. So maybe we don't need to close down on him. I mean, it's not good that he's coming forward, but he is not worth spreading out our defense for him. Bangs it forward. Jackson Amell can't get there. Pirulito has to drop it back. Our forwards are putting some nice pressure on these guys. Bendick is going to short play it to Burns. Now we'll put the pressure on him. This is our three-quarter court pressure right here. Turnover. The mid-court line. D'Alessandro has it down the near sideline. Trying to go around 2 men. Trying to get room to turn on the afterburners. Has to drop it back to Duvern. Now, D'Alessandro is open. Can't get it to him. There it is. Ramos with a great play. D'Alessandro, he's got Kyle Aaron wide open. Great stop by Bendick. Starting to break him down. Starting to put too much pressure on that defense. Sequeira with a 5.9 rating. Burns 6.2. Sonis 6.2. So their defense is not having a good day. It's going to be up to their forwards to bail them out. Sasha Kleshchin gets it forward to De Silva. Good tackle. Jaguar almost has the blooper of the century, but he is saved by his defensive partner. Jackson Amell, what can he do? Gets it forward to Kyle Aaron. Kyle Aaron has Lopez. Lopez down the middle. I mean, the Rookie of the Year candidate is a good player, but that's not his forte. So we're trying to look at Ramos earlier. He's got 12 long shooting, so that's decent for a segundo. But Lopez, only 8. It's not what we want. Halftime, 2-0. Looking good. Looking good. I think we just want to keep doing what we're doing, honestly. We could add work the ball in the box. That's not the worst idea. Dressing room, here we go. Don't get complacent. Keep focused. Who didn't like that? Kyle Aaron didn't like that. Let's be assertive with Kyle. I believe you got what it takes. Let's go. Okay, he's happy. Start the second half. 45 minutes to our second straight trip to the Cup. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, is that I am more of a playoff coach. I don't really put a ton of emphasis on the regular season because I rotate my squad so much. Here's Duverne. I send it downfield to Kyle Aaron. Kyle Aaron, he's got the target, man. Jackson Amell heads it on to Raheem Edwards. Can't get another goal. You know, I do rotate quite a bit during the regular season to keep everybody fresh, try to avoid injuries. I notice that when I start playing guys game after game after game, that's when the injuries start piling up, like we had to do in that 5-game stretch. Had to play the starters, couldn't rotate. Here's Lopez. Free kick just outside the box, centers to Jackson Amell. Jackson looking around, defense closing in. Kyle Aaron takes a shot. So that's when we got a ton of injuries in the mid-season when we were just playing our starters. So I heavily rotate, and that sometimes gets us some losses we shouldn't get in the regular season, drops us down the supporter shield. Kyle Aaron looking for one in the box. Lopez recovers. D'Alessandro back to Raheem Edwards, to Junior. His shot's deflected. Nobody's offside. This is amazing. D'Alessandro with a header that just goes wide. So there was a poll, I think it was for the 5-Star Potential podcast, where they're asking about how much do you rotate. Oh, Lopez injured. All right, we're going to switch things around. Bring Ramos up to box. Bring Piet in. Make him the ball winner. So yeah, they were talking about how much. The poll question was how much do you rotate at the end of the season, and I think everybody, it was like 68% or something like that. It was a major victory for the rotation people. Everybody rotated. There weren't many who said, just stick with your top lineup. And I don't know if that has to do with the medical center, or if that just has to do with everyone's just sort of thinks you should rotate. But my feeling on it, the same feeling I have with pretty much every sports game. Here's Raheem Edwards down the left-hand side, centers it across to Laren, drops it down for Jackson Amell. D'Alessandro gets the rebound. Ramos back to Edwards, back across to Kyle Laren, heads it down. Boy, we're toying with him on that back line. Bendick has to make the stop. Here now is Piet, sends it in. Bruno gets a head on it. Bendick again forced to make a save. See, my philosophy in sports games is if you're on the team, you should be good enough to play. Like, I don't care if you're a youngster. I don't care if you're, the third guy on the bench or the 20th guy on the bench. If you're on the team, you should give the team something. Do something, be able to get on the field and play. So that's my philosophy. So that's why I play so many guys. Like, every season I play just about the whole roster. I think this year I've only played 28 of the 30 players because we haven't swapped our goalkeepers much. There aren't. Lutweiler has played a little. I don't think Crepeau played much. But we have had other guys rotated in, so I think we're close to 30 players played because of all the different guys we've had in and out of the roster. Usually I have 30 or more players played, no matter what league I'm in. So maybe that's not the best way to do it if you want to get the regular season accolades, but for keeping your team fresh, especially for a postseason competition like this, it makes a lot of sense to me. Gat with a shot that goes wide into the crowd. 74 minutes. Still looking good. Now, if they sneak up and get a goal, they only need one goal, because they would win on away goals. So we have got to keep the pressure on these boys. 76 minutes. Maddox. Hounded there by Chevalier. Taylor, great play. Edwards has it now. He's going to start the counterattack. Bangs it forward. Jackson Amell. Looking. He's deflected a little bit, but he regains possession. Piet now. Edwards. Let's spread out, boys. Let's spread out. Edwards is going to try to make a run. He sends it forward. Jackson Amell crosses. Kyle Larin can't get above Velasquez, but Junior is there. Out wide to D'Alessandro. Not offside. His shot goes wide. I would really love one more goal. That would make my day. That would ease things up. Kyle Larin, 67%. 79 minutes down. Sebastian Legit. Sekira centers to Fredez. Shot just wide. That was dangerous. How are we looking here? Do we have anybody that could come out? Not really. Fredez gets it into Gat. Forward to Maddox. Forward to Sonis. Out wide. He crosses it. Legit. At the goal. We go from feeling good to feeling bad. Like I said, they only needed one goal. 81st minute. Maddox. Being chased by Piet. Sonis. I think that's the guy we said we didn't need to cover, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy we said we didn't need to cover. 83 minutes. Duverne with the throw-in. Kyle Larin. Centers to Raheem Edwards. Can't get the head on it, but Taylor is there. Gets it forward. Raheem Edwards. Off the post. Gonna get a corner out of it. I'm not too panicked because we've had so many chances. Bruno heads it back to Piet. We chase it down in the sideline. Centering pass is terrible. Maddox is going to start the counterattack. No. 84 minutes. 86 minutes. Jackson Amell not looking good. So we're going to bring in Joseph Mendez. Target man. I don't think there's much else that we can do. So let's confirm that. Yeah, it's 87 minutes. We're getting real close to crunch time here, boys. Sekira with a yellow card. That should get our change in there. Come on. Where's our tactical change? 88 minutes. Bendick, Maddox, Taylor. Bruno's been totally dominant in the air today. There we go. All right, let's do all this prevent goalkeeper distribution. Drop back to mixed passing. 5 minutes of stoppage time. 91, 92. Come on, boys. We need a highlight. 93, 94. We're going to lose. Push forward. That's the worst feeling. The worst feeling. When you're getting down to the end of the game. You try and make some changes. You try and do something to get a goal, to get a highlight, and just nothing happens for 5 minutes. You know, the 5 most important minutes of the game, nothing happens. We had 24 shots, 9 on target. And we lose on away goals. It's frustration city right there. Kyle Larin, 8.7 rating, 2 goals. He came in off the bench with a bum ankle or whatever. I didn't even look and see what his injury was, but can't put the blame on him. I mean, everybody played pretty well. Edwards, Alessandro, Ramos, Taylor. I guess Jaguar didn't play so good, but we still only let in 1 goal. Jackson Amell didn't play great. You know, Orlando just won. There's not much you can say. They got the goals they needed. I guess that's what you get when you get a veteran team, right? They just do what they got to do to win the game. They got their one goal at home. They got their one goal away. That's all they needed. And that's what they got. Putting the result aside, it was a pleasing performance, I guess. Whatever. All right. So let's take a look. Montreal Impact defeat in the Eastern Conference Finals on away goals, 2-2 aggregate. Lopez injured for 5 weeks. Okay. Promising young rookie. That's what you want to see. Look at all these injuries, man. Romero, Sean, Pujol, Gomez, Blanc, Lopez. Lopez is wanted all of a sudden by LA and DC and Minnesota. We'll get out of here. He's our generation Adidas player. He's only valued at $850,000. Not what we typically look for, honestly. 5'5", 141 pounds. He's not fast, not agile. But man, his mentals are so good, and his technicals are starting to come around. If he can just get that passing up, he's going to be a beast for us in the coming seasons. Okay, pleased with our performance, but we deserved more. Laren shines in the win. I mean, I guess we'll praise his performance. You were superb in front of goal. Thanks, boss. Thanks, boss. Thanks, boss. All right, so let's see. World Club Champion. What is this? Club World Championship. What is this? Pits Montreal against Team Wellington. What the heck is the Club World Championship? Defending champions Flamengo. Hosts are Canada? We're the host nation for the Club World Championships. I've never seen this competition before, because you have to win the North American Champions League to get in it, and no MLS team has ever won the North American Championship. North American Champions League. So this is wild. Wild and wacky. We're going to be playing Team Wellington from the Premiership of New Zealand. That's a good matchup for the host country. What, Club Championship playoff. So is this like a one-team playoff to get into the championship? Then we go to the quarterfinals. 5th place, semifinals, finals. Interesting. So who is Flamengo anyway? I forgot to look. Brazilian team. 4-star reputation. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, FC Barcelona. So there's some huge teams that have won this championship. Man U, AC Milan, Internacional. Corinthians have won it a couple times. Okay. This is cool. I enjoy extra competitions. When is this competition? This is a surprise. This is bonus. Takes place in 7 days. Okay. So we're going to come back for a special postseason, whatever this is. We'll look at the league, and then we'll go in to play Team Wellington, whatever. I mean, this looks like a situation where they don't have the rights, because I don't imagine that's their shield, but I don't imagine they're called Team Wellington in the Premiership. Anyway, yeah, so this is a shock. I'm happy about this, and we'll come back and see what this is all about next time. So until then, postseason spectacular / whatever this is, World Club Championship. Anyway, till then, see you later. Bye-bye.